Hello everybody, today we are going to install MySQL server, MySQL workbench and MySQL shell in Windows 10. Okay, so at first we have to search download MySQL in the Google, and we see the first link over there, mysql.com/downloads. We click over there. Then after we see the official website of the MySQL. From there in the downloads we can see, okay, we can log in also if you have created the MySQL account already, but we can do without login or without creating the this MySQL, without creating the MySQL account. So just we have to go down. Let's go down. Well, there you see MySQL community GPL downloads. So in the MySQL community GPL downloads, we click over there. You can see in the screen. Now let's click. Then there are different lists over there, downloads. Among them, let's click to MySQL installer for Windows. We have to click over there, installer for Windows. Click. Well, that is okay. Now let's click over there. Okay, then you can see two downloads file over there. So better choose the second one because it is the complete file with large storage. The larger file, let's download it. Windows installer. Then there is login and sign up option, but below that you can see no thanks, just start my download. So click over there. We can download it without signing up or without logging to the MySQL website. Okay, now no thanks, just start my downloads. Okay, the file is already downloaded. Now let's open it. Open the installer. Then installation process will start. Run it. It's being ready for the installation. Window is configuring. Well, now after the installation is ready, we see different setup there, different types of setup. Among them, choose custom setup. Choose the custom setup. After that, we have to choose what we have to install in the Windows. So at first we have to install the MySQL servers. So you can see the first menu is there, MySQL server. So let's click on the plus button. Small plus button is there. We have to click over there and click again until the MySQL server file is selected. Then we can see light green arrow there to select the product. So click on the light green arrow. Click over there. Well, now it is selected. Again, now we have to install the applications. Server is ready to be installed. Now we have to install the MySQL workbench. So in the same process, click MySQL workbench, the last one file, and again same process is repeated. Click on the light green arrow. Actually we have not clicked over there, so let's come back again. So accidentally I clicked on the next. So before that we have to click on the light green arrow, then only it will be selected. Then in the same process, select the MySQL shell also. So MySQL shell, there is that, again plus button. Well, so click over there and click on the light green arrow. Okay, now we have 3 items ready to be installed. So among these 3 items, we install all the items. Okay, these are ready. Do next. Then after it will start. Now installing after we execute them. So execute these files. So we can see requirements also. Microsoft Visual C++ is the requirement here. So click next. After that, it may ask us to install the Microsoft Visual C++ also. So yeah, now it is asking us to install this requirement. So let's install this. Visual C++ is necessary for installing and running of the server, SQL server. It is being installed. Okay, after the installation done of the Microsoft Visual C++, now let's do next. After next, now we have our products ready to be installed. So these products are to be installed. So execute again. So let's execute again, then the process will start. Execute. Now SQL server is started to be installed. Similarly, others also will start. Okay. Now the installation is completed. Now let's do next. After the next, we have to configure the server. So let's configure the server with the settings. Let's do next. So in the configuration, we see different default setting. It is better to keep this default setting as they are. Suppose if you change the port, you have to remember it. So the default port 3306 is kept as same, and other options are also kept with the default values. Okay, this port is required to connect to the root. Later we have to connect to the root, localhost root, by the help of port number. So let's keep the port number 3306 same. Now do next. So after the next, we see authentication method. Two options are there. It is better to use strong password for encryption password for authentication. That is recommended, and we follow the same. So let's do next. Now we have to set the root password for the MySQL. So let's try to keep the password strong password. Okay, retype the password, repeat it. Well, anyway, it is of medium strength. Okay, you can keep strong also by combining different characters, numbers, uppercase, lowercase, etc. Anyway, then after configuration, Windows service name, we can give same. You can change also if you wish to change, but it's better to keep same. Then after other options are same, then we can do next. After the next, then execute. Now finish. Then these configurations will be set up. So configuration completed, do next. Then at last installation is completed. Okay, then after, if server and the workbench do not start themselves, we can start from the program menu also. Go to program menus and MySQL is there. You can say new. Then we can start connecting through the MySQL shell. MySQL shell is command based shell for the controlling of SQL and connecting to the SQL. We can start /SQL to connect with the SQL mode. Then after, we can connect to the root /connect root @ /connect root @ localhost /3306, that is the port number. Then now our root is connected with the SQL server. Then after, we can use show databases. Which databases are created in our root, we can see the list of the databases. Then after, we can choose the databases by using use and database name. For example, use SYS semicolon. Then we can quit the shell. More commands we learn in further classes. Okay, today just introduction of the shell only. Then after we can connect to the root by the help of SQL command line client also. Directly SQL command line client, from there we can directly enter the password of the root which was put before, then I can use that, and we can do /s to see the configuration of the root. Let's do /s, it will show all the root information. Then we can do like in the shell show databases. To show the databases we have to use show databases. Now it becomes, so we can choose the database also. So /quit for the quit of the command line. Then we can start workbench also in the same way. From the program menu we can choose the workbench, and in the workbench we can do different activities. Workbench is easier to use, it is graphical, and it can run the SQL also both. We can use graphically as well as by the help of command. After selecting the SQL we have to choose the root, and in the root we have to enter the password and we enter the workbench, and from here we can create databases, schemas, we can edit, view different, we can create different queries. So different activities will be done that we discuss in further classes. So this much for today. Thank you and keep supporting. Thank you.